Let's do it.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago.
Always why all about let's do it. TF up T. Suck some.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first down throw, Watson. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. And fortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Okay.
Check 43. 55. Hey, 59. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
To throw is Watson.
Check three.
Throw left side complete. That's Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Check Mike 21. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Lucky. Hey, 59.
On first down, Branch. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Check three. Kill.
He's got Jordan complete right side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I'm on.
Here's Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down. Branch. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
Check. Hey, 59. Check 49. Check 49. Hey, 55. 49 is Mike. Mike 29. Coming to you.
They'll try the left side. Branch. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up. 24. Smoke.
Now Watson. The connection made. It's Graham. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 29 is the Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
All day, defense. All day.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Jones throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it?
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this. Now Davis fumbles it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision
MOTIs.
ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. It's out. Hey,
From the gun, here's Watson. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Alert, alert.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
29 is Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Watson looks to throw again. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Check 24, check 24. 29.
On 1st and 10, Watson lets this one rip toward Graham.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, Watson lets this one rip toward Graham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's got this down to the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run with Carter, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On second down, a run with Carter. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The final shot before the break. Watson lets this one rip toward Graham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5.
This hard to watch.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Wide.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down now, it's Carter, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 26, check 26. 70 Lions. 6 months.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Jones now from the gun on third down.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception.
picked off at the 49. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check Mike 21. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Watson now to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Hey, check Mike 21.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Here's Watson.
Twist, Watson, twist.
Here's a diving catch right side. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Terry McLaurin with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Watson lets this one rip toward Graham. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Hey, 31, he's checking crack.
Throwing again. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Watson lets this one rip toward Graham. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
You can't block me. Mike 35. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's going to look deep for more. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jones. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, it's Carter. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
In your face. 59. Check 4. Check. 29 is the mic.
Looking to throw. Watson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
29 is the mic. Mike 29. Not today, you aren't. Not today. Check 24. Check 24. 25.
Back to throw. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Again, it's Watson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
36.
From the 50, it's Watson. That's complete to Slayton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with his 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big way.
64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we could nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Jones throwing on 1st down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Jets. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point up and good, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
29. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 24.
Looking to throw. Watson lets this one rip toward Graham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A huge play there for Houston. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? The quick slant caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their route,
and it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Tighten up, tighten up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 1st. On 2nd down now. It's Carter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
no wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. After the interception, here's Watson. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Single. Shoot. Go. 18 Rattler.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. He's at the 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
26 Mike. Oh, yeah. Check, Bobcat. Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up